Hello, everyone out in the void. My name's Zach. My camera's not in the right place, and is it going as equally as well for everyone in the shitness of the world as it is for me? How's everyone? How's the things? It's all shit. It's great, isn't it? It's all good in the hood, apparently. It's all good. It's all good. Um, yeah. I'd say what have we doing? But doing fuck all except writing. I just write. That's all my life is now. I write and I think about things to rant about. You know. Things are thingy. They certainly are. They certainly are. You know, my fucking nails, man. Anyway, sorry. I hate the start of the stream. I just need to get into it, don't I? I just need to get into it, don't I? Do you know? I'm always ready and ready to go. I got so many things to say, and then you turn the camera on, and then you go, I'm so shy. Sorry. I've been thinking, as I'm wont to do, on trying to make sense of right wing atheists. I don't get it. I don't get them. They don't make sense to me, like at all. I mean, outside of being kind of evil. But hey, so that's what I'm here to explore as I talk vaguely into a camera for the next hour or so. Um, like, subscribe, do YouTube things, whatever. See, I said it at the beginning of the stream and not the end. That's what you do. Um, what I don't understand is we go, right, we're in this planet, we have a whole planet before us, this whole universe, and we've looked around at everything and we've gone, well, Yahweh's stupid. We've said then, okay, if Yahweh's stupid, that means the Jews are wrong, that means Christians are wrong, that means the Muslims are wrong, because as much as they don't like to admit it, they all worship the same God. We laugh at old gods like Zeus and Ra, and whatever, all the old gods of all the old places, Enkidu stuff, you know Ninma, whatever, that's a place I can't remember, names are confusing. Anyway, so we look at all these different gods that people have made and we go, well, right, the people have made the gods, they're not real. And then what we do is we go, well, we've been born into a system where we get to elect our leaders in one fashion or another. um, So what we're going to do is then we're going to try and push ideals and people that are against the thing that we think is dumb. We think that these people are kind of deluded because they're talking to an invisible man in the sky that says that it's all powerful, all knowing, it's all the omnis except omni dumb. So we're supposed to look at that, and then the people that then perpetrate that and say, actually, what we want to do in one form or another is we want to make all of you follow that God. John there, living on the edge. you know, he said enough to be taken in any way possible, and that's kind of the point. So, like, then we go, hey, we think that's all stupid. So these people, they want to make everyone live under those rules and live by that thing, and they want to like persecute people that don't agree with them. And then we go, those are the people we're going to elect into office. Those are the people that we shall say are good, upstanding people that other people should look to for inspiration. It confuses the shit out of me. And the only reasons I can ever come up with, they're never good. And then what? So I don't get it, because it's like, what, we're supposed to look at these people and go, right, so if it's not to follow Jesus, and it's not to make people follow Jesus, and it's not to put the 10 commandments in everybody's fucking schools or whatever, then why are you following these people? Is it just because I'm a libertarian and everything should be free. I don't want to pay taxes because, I want to pay private corporate interests more to have more power over me because there is not a strong enough governmental presence to reign over them. Because, I want to, whatever gla-di-da fucking libertarian bullshit they feed you. Is it that? Is it just, I don't want to pay taxes. I want my eggs to just be, there should be no regulation. We shouldn't have to pasteurize milk. We shouldn't have to do anything. There should be no regulation whatsoever. It's all red tape, and all red tape is bad. Because, what, in some way, you're hoping to gain off it because really it's just down to selfish greed. There's no God. No, there's no point. So instead, let's just be greedy fucks. Is that it? Or, hey, there's no God, and, trans people are icky, and I don't like the idea of the gays. And they're the ones saying it. Hello, Mr. BS. Hello. So they're the ones saying it. So is it that? Those people are icky. I don't like it. Or, because in some way you still have to have some kind of control and God and other people's lives that have nothing to do with you. So what is it? That is it just pure selfish greed because the right wing keeps on deregulating and everything, and because they keep on deregulating everything, it makes it easier to scam people. And not only does it make it easier to scam people, it makes it easier to break the law in certain ways. It certainly makes it easier for the upper classes. Or is that the point? Is it just pure selfishness and greed? I don't understand it. Is it warmongering? Really, we need to bomb everyone. What is it about it? I don't understand. It confuses me personally. It confuses me greatly. And I've been thinking about this because I've been watching all these things. They're like Tucker Carlson, the fucking white supremacist knobhead that believes the great replacement theory and shit. Oh, like Candice Owens. There's a lot of right wing atheists everywhere, to be honest. I think there's a lot more than people think. Because, I think there's a lot of right wing atheists that go, well, since a lot of atheists tend to espouse left wing values, I'm not going to say anything out loud because, hey, too many people might say something back. And I've known a lot of right wing atheists, both back in Maine and over here, and every one of them confuses me because I don't get it. So, like I was saying, it's like Tucker Carlson and Candice Owens that wants to spread every conspiracy theory under the sun because she decided that actually, since Alex Jones was on his way out, that she should take over the mantle. So these type of people that suddenly go, Trump's really bad, and then we're supposed to think what that suddenly it's changed because they said that this one person is bad, and they still were okay with all the steps that got there. And when it's a whole group of people that are doing nothing, but in one way or another, really trying to push forward Christian nationalism, I do not understand as an atheist why they end up being fucking right wing. Is it because in 2016 and 2017 the lefties were awful annoying? And did you see all the beat poetry they were doing, snapping their fingers, patting each other on the back for being too woke? Because it's bad to be woke. Oh, we can't have wokeness. People want people to be nice to each other. How dare they? How dare they? How dare they think that maybe spreading awareness and informing people of things is a bad thing? This is why I don't get right-wing atheists. Right-wing atheists are about finding out that there's nothing and kind of being nihilistic about it, isn't it? It's a real nihilism about fuck everything. Everybody lied to me every step of the way. Fuck it all. Like, these people said that, hey, rich people are ruining the planet and they're using racism, sexism, homophobia, and transphobia and all the isms and phobias to divide people because rich people don't give a flying fuck because they're all sociopaths. And then all the poor right-wingers go, yes, this is good, it's so good, can't we be on their side? They're gonna do right for us just like they did under Reagan. Who I've just found out that how Reagan literally cheated to get to be president, and it's amazing how similar Reagan and Donald Trump are in so many ways. They're both going to have Alzheimer's by the time they both kind of cheated to get into office. It's fantastic. I love it. Like, I found it just I was watching some more news, the new episode of some more news, and they're like, "Oh, did you know that Reagan actually, one of Reagan's advisors during the election, actually went over to Iran in the back channel and actually got them to hold the hostages in the Iran crisis until after the election, so he could make Jimmy Carter look bad." Yay! Jimmy Carter put solar panels on the roof. That's bad because we need to make money for oil. It is funny how much of right wingness now does come down to, I just want to annoy lefties. I need to drink the liberal tears. So much, it's just so much of it is bully tactics. So is that another reason that like atheists become right wingers? It's because really they can't use religion to bully people anymore. So now they have to use politics. Because what? What we have to, it's so sad that we get told that we have to be nice to certain groups of people. Oh no! When you see them in the street, you probably shouldn't call them, a number of slurs. You should just walk past them and go about your day. Because, I don't know, unless they're actually committing a literal crime in front of you, what the fuck does it matter? But no, this brown people. There's brown people, there's woke people, and hey, it doesn't matter if my side is rounding people up in the streets and putting them in literal internment camps. Hey, it's only my side. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because, hey, I'm on the good side. I'm on the good side, and when they go after all the other people, they won't come for me. And as an atheist, I should think selfishly because we only get but one life to live, and but with my one life, I should only think of my but one life, and maybe rich people, and the people that are like pushing Christian ideals. We should go. We should be behind them. I know God's really. It's like Essie Cup. Anybody remember Essie Cup? Anybody remember her? She was a political commentator until she had a kid or two. Used to, I'm an atheist, but the right wing's great, isn't it? Isn't it grand? Isn't it great? Isn't it? It's like, what do you mean it's great? Do you know? I really do think that even though I think that God is stupid, I think they should put the Ten Commandments in the classrooms. I do. I think we should put loads of money into Israel so we can try and make them form Greater Israel. And then when they finally form Greater Israel, we get to pull the rug. And then when we pull the rug, everyone else kills them. And then the end of days happens. We should support those people. Mike Huckabee people. Those people. And that's the right wing for it. It's great, isn't it? It's great. I'm like, yeah. We live in a country where you're not, well, I say we. I doubt you could, to be honest, I doubt you could be an atheist and a prime minister over here, and even though they don't give a shit as much. But like, in a country where you can't be leader and not be Christian, in the most Christian of ways, we go, hey, let's go for the side that says we've got to persecute people, we've got to do all the bad things, and not the Christian side that goes, hey, maybe we should give poor people food and housing. We should clothe them, we should give them warmth, and maybe we should help them and lift them out of the bad things. Or like healthcare, we should give people healthcare and we should give people stuff because, the meek shall inherit the earth and blah, 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 blah. Maybe we should work together. That's one of the things that always amuses me about right-wing atheists. Like, we're atheists, right? So there's no God, so we probably came from apes. Almost 100% we came from apes. So then, do you know what? I know that usually when we look at apes in the wild, what we do is we see them warring all the time. Just all the time. There's no cooperation. They're very individualistic. And we go, but then, so we have to go that way instead of going, do you know, as an atheist, I see that we're mainly apes, and that apes mainly work in groups. And that actually, even though they work in groups, they still fight intergroup-wise for land, food, whatever, see the Gombe Jimbo of 1974, and etc. There's that big 100 group one stuff in the chimpanzees and everything. But hey, if we as human beings with the higher level of thought that we like to pat ourselves in the back for having, that maybe actually we could work together instead of going, I'm a lone wolf. I've seen the 80s. I've seen the 80s, and you go in a lone wolf, and you put on the leather and the studs, and you have the sunglasses, and you have a shotgun, preferably sawn off, on your back, maybe with 3 pistols, Desert Eagle. You got the flat top. I already said the sunglasses. Did I mention the motorcycle? Vroom, vroom. I'm a lone wolf. Vroom, 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 vroom. That's me. It's the American dream. Hey. So dumb. What was it? Sorry. I'll try. I'll say this one first. Hello. I actually find the conservative civil war over Israel quite interesting. I do, because it's such a weird line for them to draw on the ground, isn't it? Having loads of people within the administration, having the Nazi symbols on the American flag, or I don't know, Trump literally giving himself a $1.3 billion slush fund to give to himself and insurrectionists that he says were persecuted for literally attacking the government trying to overturn an election. That's another thing. Like, as atheists, we're supposed to believe in facts, and we listen to the group that goes, well, we have alternative facts. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. But the civil war of Israel is really just a line between the right wingers that don't like Jews and the right wingers that want Jews dead. That's the difference, right? One of them just doesn't like them because they're not Christian. They killed Jesus. And the other one says, actually, what we need to do is we need to have the ginger cow, we need to have the plains of Megiddo, and we need to have the Jews die after they reform the third temple, and then Jesus will come back. And we're supposed to look at them. We're supposed to look at the ones to go, oh, well, I just hate them. Maybe the genocide's too much. We're supposed to look at them and go, oh, aren't they nice, upstanding people? They finally, after how long, said, you know what? Maybe enough is enough. But the thing is that's really bad about it is we're supposed to look at them like they're the brave ones. We're supposed to look at them like they're the good ones, instead of the people the whole fucking time on the other side going, hey, there's a fucking genocide going over there. These doing this is doing this is doing this is doing this. And the whole fucking time the right wing goes, oh, fucking left wing cucks. Oh. And then everything they say happens, and they go, oh, well, Tucker Carlson finally said it. It's good that somebody finally came out and said it. Because these people, these right-wingers, are so intentionally fucking dense that they cannot give a flying fuck about anything until someone on their side says it. Because they're fascists. All they give a flying fuck about is worming control into their own grasp. And they will use literally any tactic it is. And we go, oh, I know that the right keeps on deregulating and making everything worse there all the fucking time, but every 8 years every 4 to 8 years, we should really re-elect them. I don't know why the country's gone to fucking shit when we give fucking all these fucking billionaires money and take none for our fucking self. It's like, oh no, we just, it's all right. Look at him. He used to sit his daughter on his knee and said, if she wasn't my daughter, I'd stick my dick in that. He's a cool guy, isn't he? He's a cool guy. So, is that the other thing? That's the other thing. Is it just looking for someone else to worship? Is that because that's what I find so often in atheism, and it annoys the living shit out of me. And this happens to left-wing atheists as well. The amount of fucking atheists that come out and go, oh, there's no God, but no God, but I believe in ghosts, or, I believe in spirums, or, some psychic bullshit, or whatever, or, the universe is actually inside of a computer that's inside of another computer because it's computers all the way up, my friend. And it's all an AI simulated universe, and it's all AI everywhere. There's always some other thing they got to follow. And I tend to find that right-wing atheists, they tend to pick a person. They tend to pick a person and they idolize them. And it's funny how many of these right-wing atheists also get into Warhammer and start going on about the Imperium, and start going on about, oh my god, isn't Warhammer just the best universe? And it's like, no, it's fucking horrific, and nobody understands it because they play with little figures. They go, oh, look at the little figures. Go, pew, pew, I rolled the dice, and I got the ruler. Pew, 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 pew. Yeah, the games are fun and whatever, but like these people then got, but I need a God King, the God King, the God Emperor. And they go, well, Trump's a cunt. And, I really need someone to give me permission to be a cunt. Just he keeps on coming back to being a bastard. This is the thing. I have never heard one decent reason to be a right-wing atheist. It confuses me. It confuses me greatly. Outside of I want to persecute people, I want to steal everything for myself, or I idolize whatever, or maybe you're just a bit of a sociopath. I do not get it. Every time I ask them, they go, I don't like talking about politics. And it's like, yeah, of course you don't. Conservatives never like talking about politics until they think they got the upper hand, and then they'll talk about it all fucking day and expect you to just be like so okay with it. Because they're a bunch of bullies that think they can bully you into everything. And they kind of miss Christianity, don't they? They kind of miss Christianity, and they kind of miss the way the Christians can just go up to walk up to people. Well, excuse me, I'm a Christian. And people have to go like, oh, I'm sorry. Well, I didn't. I did not realize. You know, like, confused. I don't get it. Tucker is so brave. He's so brave. He's so brave. Do you know? Tucker is so shit. He actually made me want to start like reacting to videos again. I have an editor to do that, but I could do it on here, I suppose. So I might do that. Like, just anybody. I want to go back. It's one thing I want to go back and start doing is just go back and find really old videos that nobody remembers. That like explain a lot about a lot of things because people have been taught to kind of not give a shit about something if it happens 20 seconds later. But does anybody remember about a year and a half ago? Do you need the door open, little girl? I'm going to go open the door for my dog. Anybody remember something really dumb Tucker said about a year ago? I know there's a lot of them. So I'll give you time to think while I go open the door for my precious girl dog. Come on, Pippin. Yes, somebody else named her Pippin. I want to call my dog just so I can be in the park and go, come on, Yorita. Come on, Door's open, though. Yeah. That was a painful sit down. So, no guesses. So, about a year and a half ago, Tucker Carlson went, I was in my bed with my wife, my he said four hunting dogs, and 16 children, 3 bats, a car, cinder block. There was a lot of people in this fucking bed. There's a lot of things in this bed. And it's like, one day, damn, motherfucker, I nearly accidentally blocked C.S. Lewis. I forget because I don't have a keyboard for my main computer at the minute because it died. So I'm using my shitty laptop to do the keyboarding. But if you put it down too hard, it clicks things, and just went click click. Oh, do you want to ban this man? I'm like, no, actually I don't. What was I saying? Yeah, so he's in this bed with a ridiculously large amount of people and like 400 dogs. He's like, and then it was a bunch of havoc, and then I woke up, and then I was cut from head to toe down my sides with demon marks. The demons had come in and cut me from ear to ear. They cut me everywhere. They cut me all up. Was it the 4 hunting dogs that you had in your bed? No, it was not the hunting dogs. The hunting dogs were startled too. You see, if they were startled, they couldn't have cut me. Because dogs, we all know when dogs get startled, they go like this. They go. That's what they do when they get startled. They don't go, what is going on? And then, I saw a thing of a couple months ago. He's like, I still got the marks for him. I still got the marks. I still got the demon marks. The demons are trying to get me. And these are the people that go, I listen to them, and all I hear as an atheist is it's just music to the ears of, this is a person that should tell me what I should care about when it comes to taxes, foreign policy, and blah, 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 blah. I just love the idea as an atheist sitting down and listening to any right-wing commentator and just going, well, they're talking about God a lot, but that's cool. It's like, what? I am a right-wing atheist, and I think I should be a I think right-wing atheism is. I'm only a right-wing atheist. I follow the right wing only because they're a one-issue pony, like so many Republicans. They're a one-issue pony. I don't like the gays. I don't like the trans. I don't want abortions or whatever. I won't pay less taxes. I don't want to pay as much to the government to help other people out. Instead of like, hey, maybe we should pay more in taxes and actually start new programs to help greater people out so we actually take a lot of money out of private interest hands, because private interest does nothing but fuck everyone all the time. Do you really think that if everything was like, if we had even a vague level of socialism, where actually maybe being a billionaire is too much? Maybe if we did that and then the rest is everyone else's, parks, hospitals, food, inflation would go down. It's almost like if you keep on having richer and richer people, inflation goes up because, you got supply side inflation where they go, hey, prices, costs are going up because either we got a rareness of this mineral, I don't know, a crazy dementia fucking ridden pedophile that wears far too much suntan lotion, a fake tan, and shits his pants at every opportunity, and I don't know, is a pedophile, engaged in a war that would block, I don't know, a very vital thing of water because he enlisted idiots. Because, as he said in his own words, and you can look this up, I like to have losers around me because losers have to listen to my stories and don't tell me theirs. So he's hired a bunch of losers because he's a fucking idiot. And we go, hey, these people that vote for them, they're nice. They're nice people. That's why, that was one of the things I was going to say about the Tucker Carlson. They're so civil. You can't talk to a lefty. A lefty is not as civil as a right winger. And it's like, I don't give a fuck if I'm civil, motherfucker. You think that that it's okay to round up people in the fucking streets just for being brown. I don't see why I have to be civil to you. Fuck you. Why the fuck do I have to give a flying fuck? You think that because the person is born with gender dysmorphia, that they should be persecuted for the entirety of their life. You think that because a person is born gay, that actually they should be persecuted for the entirety of their life. You think that people with disabilities shouldn't get any help because fuck them, they're broken anyway, right? You don't think poor people should be helped because, well, it's like that song I used to hear when I was a child. When I was a child, all things bright and beautiful, and then blah 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 blah. Down a few lines, you'd hear the poor man at his castle, the rich man. No, the rich man in his castle, the poor man at his gate. God that made them high and lowly in order their estate. Because you've been programmed since you were a fucking kid to think that they're better than you just because they got a little bit of fucking cash. Or they were born into the right family. And, that actually matters a rather large amount. It's like, that's why. So much of, like, poor right-wingism, especially, like, from atheists, well, it's just, what's that? I can't remember the song. The Beverly Hillbillies song. I went outside and I shot the ground with my gun because, I like to go outside and shoot my gun randomly at night because I'm a gun-toting American. And then, is it killing things with guns just the best? Don't you just love going out the back and shooting a few fucking muskrats, shooting a possum, some rats, maybe an owl? You see a gator, you take that gator home for lunch, you just kill this and you kill that and you kill them, and maybe those people I don't like, they can be killed too. So cool, isn't it? It's so cool that we have a whole half of the population that are really just bloodthirsty, like crazy, I don't know, narcissistic, greedy morons. And we have to bow to them all the time. Yay! It's literally this story of Dragon Ball GT. That's cool. It's how Saiyans came about. There was two species, right, that lived on planet Saiyan. And one of them was really smart, not that powerful, and the other one was really powerful and really fucking dumb and greedy. And they destroyed everything, and then decided to go out and be stormtroopers for the universe's Hitler. It's funny how often that happens. Funny how often the right wing keeps on taking us down to fascism. I got, you know what? And people go, hey, that's the side I want to be on. I've decided that there isn't anything in the world, and that's the side I should be on. I should be on the side that keeps on making Hitlers. Cool! Yay! I mean, I'm anti-theist, but I don't think that we should round them all up and put them in a fucking prison. Like, come on, or like kill them. But no. We have to, we have to kill them, and we have to send tomahawk missiles into fucking school grounds because a Christian nationalist says so. And then we're supposed to look at these people that voted for him and are maybe turning against them now as like good people, and it's silly. These people supported all this every other step of the way, and it was fine. Did you as a right winger atheist, did you support it? Did you support when they said money is power, like money is speech? Did you support when they said actually that maybe corporations are people, or did you support when they said actually maybe we should be allowed to make super PACs that have unlimited donations as long as they don't have contact with the candidate? Like there's so many things that right wingers have done to completely fuck this country and carve it up for themselves, but because what's the thing I kept on hearing for a few years now? It's punk rock to be right wing. Huh? I'm punk, dude. Yeah, it's punk rock. Yeah, you know what? Punk was always for the man, bro. But people see like a few Nazi punk bands and go, oh, it's rebellion, man. It's rebellion. I'm rebelling. People started being nice to each other. I gotta rebel. Because people are fucking retarded and they have to rebel against everything for no reason. Someone that isn't me thought of a thing. It's why there's so many fucking idiot Republicans end up going, hey, by the way, do you like socialized medicine? They go, no, it's horrible. And you go, okay. Let me ask you a different question. If everybody in the country paid together into a big fund that then paid out into the medical companies, into the hospitals, thus actually bringing down costs because there would be just one entity purchasing everything. So actually, they'd have a bigger buying power. They go, oh, do you know that's a really good idea? You go, of course it is. It's socialized medicine. Because right wingers are so dumb that they only care about fucking buzzwords. Because they never look anything up. They look up a thing. They look at like a title and maybe like the first few lines of something and go, I understand it all. This is the side that right-wing atheists decide, these atheists decide when they go, the world is chaotic and it's chaos and it's random. And things only happen because of physical, and by that I mean physics, laws, or and stuff like that, or through actual living manipulation, of the world around them. And they go, look at these other side, look at this side. One side says science is really good, and maybe we should work together and stop being nasty to each other to appease the rich paylords and overlords that ruin all of our life. And the other side goes, yes, but we get the feeling of superiority to the ones that don't do that if we do. And they go, yeah, I like that side. That side's cool. On a somewhat related note, I recently heard that right-wing punk Michael Graves of the Misfits is now doing Christian music. Yeah, well, of course. I just find it funny when they do shit like that. So, people don't like my band no more. And I was a cunt to begin with. And, people started saying that maybe my band shouldn't come around anymore, because I'm like a fucking white nationalist prick or whatever. And then I did Christian music. It's like any rapist, any famous rapist that immediately goes, I'm going to become a Christian, except for the Tate brothers. I'm going to become Muslim. It's great how when these people go, I've been cancelled for being a cunt, they go, I'm going to go be a Christian. Because the Christians go, God, I love cunts. God, I love it when they piss off everyone. Isn't it so fun? Like, because they're fucking bullies. And this is the side that these atheists want to pick. Isn't it? It's the sides they want to pick. They want to pick the side of religious cunts and religious bullies. Because why not? Hey, all the grifters went to that side, didn't they? I remember once upon a time, I stopped being progressive and just remained a liberal lefty, because there was too many fucking hippies believing in conspiracy theory bullshit. Right? And now all of that went to the right wing because there was too many people on the left that went, yeah, but I've read studies, my friend. And then left wing people went, oh, okay, cool. And then the right wing people went, I'm not doing that. It's just wrong. I don't want it. My mind is made up. So they all went to the right wing side because the right wingers went, do you know, I do so love people who believe in conspiracy theories because I do so love contorting people's minds with doublespeak and, such. Oh, sorry, that's 1984. I meant, fake news and such. Filling the rivers of information with shit. That sort of thing. And that's the side they go, I love that side. I love it when they grift everyone. I love it when they lie out their ass. That's the side I'm going to pick because we only have one life to live. And all of us only have one life to live. And we should spend that not enriching ourselves and each other. We should just enrich, Donald Trump, fucking, what's that fucking set that probably quit gay as fuck knobhead. Not for being gay, but because he's knobhead. Is it Lindsey Graham? Lindsey Graham, you're going to tell me, you're going to look at anything about Lindsey Graham and say he isn't the gayest southerner you ever see. Well, you tell me. Mm-hmm. What's the Yodel the turtle looking motherfucker? Mitch McConnell. We give them money. RFK. Give him money. Yay! Whole side that's been like they accepted all the flat earthers, they accept all the anti-vaxxers, they accepted all the fucking Nazis, all that stuff, and it's cool because it's all wrapped in a Jesus Christian package funded by Jews and AIPAC. I do not understand, or Zionists, sorry, not Jews. I do not understand. I said Jews because I'm talking about religion. I do not understand what we're supposed to look at about that side and go, it's cool. And it's funny. It's funny when you ask a religious person that. They have 20 billion ways that they'll tell you why it's better to be a Christian because they have some kind of conviction about what they're saying. But you ask one of these right-wing fucking atheists something like that, they go, it's personal. I don't like talking about it. And it's like, why? Why do you not like talking about it? What, because you don't like being told about how bad of a person you are for this certain belief, that certain belief? Or like having someone go, well, that's a really dumb belief to have. Like, what? Because that's the thing, how many of these Republicans and right wingers are just single issue knobheads? I like guns! I don't like abortions! But everything else, whatever. Because, we always just talk about, left and right and never authoritarian and libertarian. Except when we're talking about the libertarians talking out their ass about, if we just got rid of government, everything be fixed. I know we wouldn't be able to make roads and bridges and airports be certain hard. And, I don't know what would happen if about Russia, China, any of America's enemies, friends, even, anyone could just walk in and take the place because it's a fucking libertarian fucking, hellscape where well, the government's good at doing the military, though. I guess it could have the military. So we want to take away the government's power to regulate everything except give them all the missiles and guns. Well, I could be an overlord. I get my little area and I can be the king of my fucking castle while I drink my unpasteurized milk. I just think it'd be easier if I didn't have to follow any regulations. I'm so sick of being told off for going out the city limits, shooting at signs. Don't you love how many right wingers are dissatisfied with everything, so they go out and destroy more stuff and then go, I don't know why everything's broken. They're like the living embodiment of that fucking that Andre fucking what's his name? The Tom Green show type thing. And then he's shooting the guy. Oh, why would he do it? It's always, like America. Why would America do this to itself? And he shot the guy on the couch. That's all it is. Republicans and right wingers, they love destroying everything. They go, I don't know why anything works anymore. And, like back home, they like destroying things structurally, like in the government or like how things run so they can make more money. Like over here, they're just fucking thugs. They're just thugs that go out and throw things at people, burn stuff, like bus stops, phone boxes, bins, everything. They just destroy everything. And they go, I don't know what, don't know what. No, that's the wrong voice. Oh, Matt, I don't know why everything doesn't fucking work. I needed to use phone the other day. I don't know why, but I burnt it the other day because I was bored. And then I don't know why I can't ring people down. They should just replace it immediately. Sorry, I'm more near Liverpool. I don't know why everyone's afraid to come around here. All I do is fucking stab people and rob them. I don't know why people don't like coming around. Like, I thought, I really wish, I need to go back and see what it was on. Because I can't remember if I was watching Kyle Kalinske or Sam Cedar or whatever, but there was something of like, I think it might have been on like Fox 5 thing show. And fucking whatever was saying, like, there's this book about how to get over when all your family has abandoned you. It's like, because you're a fucking Nazi. Oh, look, you were happy that they were rounding up people in the streets. They showed you a video of them shooting American citizens in the face, and they went, no. Do you know what? Fuck you, that's AI. And then the other person went, I don't need to talk to you anymore. I don't know why they don't like me. All I want is just to shoot brown people in the face. I want them to be round up. I want them to be put into camps. I want them to be like raped. I want them to be tortured. I want them to eat maggoty food and be kept in substandard conditions where it's cold and have no blankets so they can die of many diseases because we're not paying for any of the medical things. Maybe we'll even send them to CCOT down in El Salvador. But I just want them to do that. I don't know why anybody doesn't like me. You got one life to live, and this is the side they chose. And we're supposed to occur. Like, aside from, like, what is wrong with you? Like, literally, why are you so weird? Why are right-wingers so fucking weird? Like, there's no good answer. That's why they don't like talking about it, because all the answers come down to, I'm a bully, I'm selfish, or I'm a cunt. It's all they come down. A sociopath, I suppose that's the other one. I just don't give a flying fuck. So also nihilism. So I got 5 reasons I've come up with, and none of them are good. Hooray! Isn't it great? So do I think all atheists should be left-wingers? No, I think they should be progressives. I think we should be able to look at the world and go, maybe we should work together because everyone is out to get us. We have multiple religions with 1 billion people in them. Plus, they don't like us. And if they really got the power, we'd all be in fucking camps. But, you know, that's okay. I'm going to support them. They might round me up one day, but maybe they'll leave me alone because I voted for him. I voted for Donald Trump. Don't take me away. And then what? Then these people, like some of these people have voted for him 3 times and they go, oh, he put himself as a picture of Jesus. That's a step too far. Go fuck yourself. Like, what? Why are we supposed to give a shit about, like, why you think atheism is good? That's the thing I also don't understand. Because it seems like it's opportunistic. Because it's not actually about the truth. Because if it was about the truth, then, I don't know, we'd be a lot more skeptical of the right wing, wouldn't we? It's also why I'm a progressive, because I'm really skeptical of the left wing. Maybe actually it's like we should try a different idea that isn't insane Nazi authoritarianism and like center left politics. Sorry, center right politics parading like it's left wing. I get pissed off about like some of my early 2000s so much and how like I thought I was like this like radical lefty when really I was just kind of a center left. Like what? And then sorry, I'd actually been taught and like conditioned through all this right wing media telling me that all the people saying, "Hey, you know, maybe we should be nice to each other." And we got told all the time they were evil and weird. Look at them. They dress like hippies. You know, they like to sit out in a field and enjoy the grass. They said that it's really weird. That actually it's kind of bad that maybe we shouldn't kill all the animals. You know, maybe we shouldn't pollute everything. Maybe we should find green alternatives to oil. Maybe actually hoarding all the wealth into like a couple hundred people when there's 8+ billion of us is a terrible idea. Maybe instead of preaching that we teach that these people go read a fucking book Maybe we should. We should pick up a few history books. We should pick up a few history books of, say, I don't know, the last 150 years, maybe the last 1,000 years, and see how many times this is actually replicated time and time again. Because every time there's a left-wing surge of popularity, the right wing immediately gets super bad, ruins everything, goes out, starts rioting, blows up stuff, whatever. You know, I'm gonna do Oklahoma City bombing, anyone? You know, I wonder how many left-wing militias there are before Trump, and how many right-wing militias there were before Trump. And now I'd like to also know how many right-wing militias there are after Trump, and how many left-wing ones are, because I still think there's very few left-wing ones. Because right-wingers are just crazy lunatics that want power, and they'll take power from anyone at any stage, because as long as they're one step up the ladder above than everyone else, then that's okay. So other stuff is permissible because they get to kick the ones down below them, because they're just shitty crabs in a bucket. The crabs in the bucket, if anyone doesn't know, is where if you put a bunch of crabs in a bucket, if one crab starts to climb out of the bucket, the other crabs grab them and hold them down and go, fuck you. And we're supposed to think these are fine, upstanding citizens. And it's like, oh, well, you know, the left just likes to talk about politics and how they feel about stuff all the time. It's like, you're damn right, motherfucker. You're damn fucking right. I don't give a shit about being civil. Like, what? I'm not supposed to be challenged about shit? No, I'm not supposed to challenge shit. People tell me shit about the place I live in America. Go, oh, what? It's not like that? It's like, no! You listen to some fucking knobhead on the TV. Well, that's what it's like. Oh, well, how do you pick then? How do you pick? And it's like, is the company owned by Roger Ailes, Rupert Murdoch, Larry Ellison? Like, was it the BBC for years was run by a guy who claimed to be Boris, the right-wing conservative fucking... He was basically Donald Trump, but with a personality that people could, like, adhere to because he was a buffoon. And he was like, so he used his buffoonery to let his, you know, like, he'd just make up British sounding words. Oh, it's flippity flappity and shit, because I don't know. Just look up Boris Johnson's stupid shit, right? There's a plethora. But somebody became in charge of the impartial BBC because they claimed to be a long lost relative of his or something, and then gave him a lot of money. You see, the thing is because that's all conservatism is. That's all right wingism is. It's just an organized mob. It's just an organized way to, like, fuck over everyone that isn't you. That's why these people stab each other in the back all the time. And they go, oh, it happens on the left as well. It's like, yeah, it does. But I'm willing to bet the ratio is pretty far apart. I don't think it's a very one-to-one thing. I don't think that, like, oh, you know, it happens all the time on the left, and it happens the same on the right. No, I think it happens a lot more fucking on the right. Because they talk about it. They talk about it all the fucking time. And then they go, I don't know why we can't get along. I know we're all in the same chat group, so we have very prescribed things that we have to say because someone told us to, because we're not allowed to have thoughts. Or is that why atheists, these right-wing atheists, turn to the right wing? Because, like, you know, they're afraid. They're afraid of thinking. They're afraid of considering stuff and coming up with things on their own, whether it's anxiety or whatever. But, like, actually, like, no, I have to think of it myself. I have to decide what's bad and what's good. These tell me what to think about everything. Whereas the other side just goes, just don't be a dick, okay? Just don't be a dick. I mean, the left could learn that. There's plenty of people, don't get me wrong. There's plenty of people in the left that could learn that lesson of just not being a dick. Because the thing is they love to purity test. They love to purity test. You know, and it's snobberish. You know, as left wing as me. But the right wing do it. They just pretend that's not what it is. Because, like, when a left winger is doing, when a progressive is doing that kind of purity test, they're going, oh, well, you're okay with the gays, and you're okay with trans people, and you're okay with this, and you're okay with that, and you don't want guns, and you're okay with abortions, you want women's rights, and you want to tax the billionaires, you want to do it, but you're not a vegan. Fuck you, you're evil. You know why they do that? It's because they don't get how you can care so much about all this other stuff. But that, they're like, fuck it. It doesn't comprehend to them because there's just this inbuilt guilt with being a leftist, with being a progressive, because you go, the world's fucked. The world's fucked, and I am but one person in a persecuted group in one form or another. Like, what the fuck am I going to do? Everything is built against us. So, what are I going to do? I don't know. I mean, like, I get guilty that insects come in the house and die. You know what I mean? I annoy my girlfriend because if it's too hot, or too rainy, or just a normal day, and I see a worm on the road, I tend to go, there we go. Because I feel bad for the worm. You see the little worm? It doesn't have feet. It doesn't have legs or arms or eyes. It doesn't have a mouth. There's nothing. There's just a body going, oh! There's no, you can't even do that. And it's just, and it's baking, drowning, whatever. And it can't do anything. And we're supposed to, and and I feel guilty. I feel guilty. You see? But when a right winger does it, they're like, nah, you'll do it eventually. Are you against the gays? Yes. Are you against this? Yes. Are you against trans people? Yes. Do you like guns? Yes. Do you like killing things? Well, I certainly do. Yeah, and all these things. But, do you think that, like, fucking, maybe we should tax billionaires? They go, yeah, a little bit. They go, wow, you come around to it. Because they know they'll beat you down with propaganda. Because they know eventually, as you're around these horrific people long enough, you will become horrific too. And we're supposed to feel bad because, you progressives, you just tell us how much of a horrible person we are. I said, because you're horrible, I'm sorry. Like, it's almost like when I was, last week when I was talking about things that you get told. When I was told when you grow up, is, you when you see a Nazi, you say something. you don't leave it be because they're very bad people. And then, like, there's been a rise of Nazism in America for a long ass time. And we're supposed to just ignore it. Like, was it Charlottesville? Oh, there's good people on both sides. Fuck off. What would you say, Mr. Donald Trump, to all the people that say, that using, like, white nationalist groups like the Proud Boys and stuff? Would you like to denounce them? I say no. I say stand tall and stand ready. And everybody went, oh, that's about John 20th, isn't it? I say no, it wasn't. It was about Operation 2020 that turned into Project 2025. It's almost like they were waiting for the second term to be bad because then they could go, look, we didn't do anything that bad. Everybody said we were going to be so bad. That's exactly what they did. And then it was really bad. And like I was saying before, we're supposed to think that, Tucker Carlson, Nick Fuentes or whatever, they're so brave for speaking out against Trump, fucking Theo Vaughn, fucking, I'd have Hitler on, and I love that. Oh, Mark Maron, fuck that guy up so much, and I love it so much. He'd have Hitler on. I heard you eat dead birds. Oh, it's good shit. Fucking, what's that funny video about the street? It was that. Oh my god, picture him with his shit mustache and his slick back hair. Fuck. But, like, there was all these comedians that sucked the Trump dick. Because, he's coming on my podcast. Oh, they're the best. And now they look back and go, I can't believe that we let this happen and we're supposed to look at them as brave. But the people that have been saying the whole time, no, they're just doing it because there's partisan. You know, who cares, right? Because they'll just round it all up for the things that I'm saying right now. Hey, who cares? Who cares that is definitely in the future as long as the country doesn't collapse because of this Iranian war? Hey, who cares about Planta and people like fucking MI? Yay, internet. I don't know. Is that any better? Hey, cool. It doesn't matter that they have things like Planter And it's an inside joke. Nobody knows what a plant is from the Lord of the Rings. And they're like stealing everything everywhere. You know, people like watched Blade Runner, and people watched like fucking, Demolition Man. People watched Starship Troopers. People watched no, what's the one I'm actually trying to think of? RoboCop. Watched all these films like that, and they went, I know he's trying to tell us that really we don't want to live in this world. Let's live in this world. Let's live in the world where all the most powerful con men celebrated by idiots because they've degraded an education system so much that people can't learn. When people don't learn, they get dragged in by buzz lines and headlines, don't give a shit about things that actually fucking matter. And they don't give a shit about the ancillary facts or whether those headlines are even true. Like, we have AI that makes videos so convincing that most people don't give a flying fuck. I just go, look, did you see the thing? So, yay, you got your Donald Trump, you got your smoking-eyed drag queen, fucking couch fucker JD Vance, you got your vaccine denying fucking, like, the whole anti-fucking science grift is just to make money for the fucking fake science grift. Yay! Like, you got them in power. Well done. Congratulations. It's really cool. I'm gonna stand over here and I'm gonna rub my hands together over the little candle of hope that is Mandami, and hope that maybe having a left-wing socialist politician that actually does socialist policies, like tax the rich on things they don't need or use to provide things like schools, transportation, and food, and various other ancillary projects to the people of the city, that maybe actually just delivering so much in such a short amount of time will actually show people that actually having a government that isn't made to be inefficient means that people can actually live better lives and don't need to rely on profiteering knobheads from, like, companies that don't give a flying fuck about you. They don't give a shit about how long you live. They don't give a shit about what you die of. They don't give a shit about whether they gave it to you or not, unless they get caught. We shouldn't leave our health and our lives up to these people. Because what? They were able to have enough money to buy an ad. The left wing doesn't change and the right wing doesn't change. The right wing has always been a bunch of profiteering assholes, and the left wing, aside from all the racism, would give us people like FDR, New Deal and all that. And like I said, aside from the racism, blacks couldn't enjoy it, Japanese, so on and so forth. But everybody was racist, so that's fun. When you have a whole side that you like because what? That can't even tell the difference between socialism and communism, and tells you that capitalism is the only way, and thinks that socialism and communism are the same thing. They're on your side. Well done. Cool. I'll be over here liking Greta Thunberg and various other people that have done ancillary things, and you can have your Asmongold's and your Dr. Disrespects and your Donald Trumps and your RFK Juniors and all your other Christian folks that are on your side because you're pushing Christian nationalism as an atheist.
Thank you, fuck you, bye.